Hello everybody, Martin here, back with round 4 of this Legacy League. Doing a replay here as I already played the match and wasn't able to record at the same time. So we've lost the die roll and get this hand, which is it's a pretty decent hand. Got the right mix of lands and mana and business and whatnot. And our opponent keeps 7 as well. So let's see what we're up against. Misty into Ponder. Okay, so could be any number of decks. Could be the Mirror, could be Bug Delver, Grixis Delver, something else entirely. So we draw a Badlands, which isn't too odd. And so we fetch out Basic Island, I think, here to preordain. So I guess we kind of want both of these cards. You could argue that we only need the Lion's Eye Diamond if we feel fresh enough to just Goldfish our opponent next turn, but I think we want both of these. So put both on top, draw the Ponder. Then depending on what they do next turn, we may or may not just go for it through the LED, tutor, whatever. Okay, Deathrite. Deathrite complicates our Past in Flames route a little bit, and it's an incentive to go for it. The problem, though, is Ponder means it's not shardless, so this Deathrite is probably sitting in a Bug Delver deck or a Grixis Delver deck, which means we are vulnerable to Daze. So I think I like just pondering here, hope that they tap out their Deathrite next turn. Gataxian Probe is nice. I think we want that. That'll let us know for sure. So let's see. We want to draw the Probe, I guess, and then probe into the Ponder. But I think I'd prefer to wait until next turn to be able to just go for it right there and then if we want to. Okay, they fetch Bayou, so it's not Grixis Delver. That makes me think it's Bug Delver. And they do tap out their Deathrite. And they cast Liliana, which is not bad at all here for us. We could get to ditch a land, and it decreases the likelihood of them having Force blue card. So let's dump the Badlands. They dump Abrupt Decay, sure. So here, I think we draw the Ponder in case if Probe shows us a Force, then we need to find a discard spell. And we can fetch to probe into a fresh card. Let's do that. We grab an Underground Sea and we probe. And they are sitting on a Daze, but nothing else of importance. So we get to win this turn, which is sweet. And sadly, we don't get to threshold our Cabal Ritual, but that's okay. And here you can see the Past in Flames in hand is acting like another ritual. Because we can just tutor for ritual instead of tutoring for the Past in Flames, which we would have otherwise done. And they are considering all the while when, if ever, to fire off their Daze. The answer is that there is no good time to do that. So we just flash back everything and they concede. Yeah, and we had like the ritual would have been Storm 8, tutor Storm 9, so tendrils. Alright, so I'll be back for game number 2. Alright, so back for game number 2. Sideboard wise, I don't think I sideboard very heavily here. I think I bring in the Ad Nauseam actually because I think that Bug Delver is probably the slowest of the Delver decks in terms of applying pressure, and they run the most discards, so Ad Nauseam is better. But we still also want the Empty Thorn, so I think I bring out a Past in Flames. And maybe Grim Tutor on the draw, I'm not really sure. I can't remember. Wow, this is a really awkward, maybe not hand. I think if this therapy is a duress, I'm a bit more happy because I don't want to blind therapy. Since it's not a like therapy named force go off, it's sort of a, we have to be more conscientious of getting value out of it. Do we keep? I actually don't remember if I kept this, but I decided to keep it. I think that's a bit loose, truth be told. They lead on death, right? And we draw another therapy. So the question is here, do we play into them having more lands? By that I mean, do we fetch to do something on turn 1, which will then give the death right a fetch land to mana ramp them on turn 2? Or do we just say go? I think we just say go here. And looks like, wow, looks like they are mana screwed. So now the question is, for how long can we not do stuff here? Ah, second death right? And a wasteland, okay. Well, I think I'm happy just deploying more lands and saying go, to be honest. That way they just have the little squires. The second they find an actual land here, like a fetch land or something, I'm gonna start just casting spells. But this is actually pretty cool for us because it means that we get to like build our mana base. If we were sitting on like one land, it obviously wouldn't work because we would have to start casting spells to get somewhere. We don't want to just discard the hand size. Because we had like 4 lands, we can just play out lands, say go. Meanwhile, they just have like vanilla 1/2s. Okay, there's a Delver. That's a bit more pressure. Now they only have 4 cards in hand, and we have 2 discard spells, so we're not looking terrible. So maybe now is the time to do something? Yeah. Or we get the basic island and ponder. Yeah, I guess we want these cards, especially the brainstorm. So let's draw the brainstorm and I guess Thoughtseize them. Okay, so they have him force double days. So I think what we do here is we take the him, and then our therapies can deal with their days force hands on later turns. It does mean that we're sort of running low-ish on our life total here, and now their death rights are live. Let's see if they flip. They do not flip, so that's a bit fortunate for us. Okay, keep open the 1 death right to apply pressure to our graveyard, beat us down. Beat us down to 12. And okay, we draw a probe. So is this the time to go for it? Okay, my computer is acting up a bit. I'm not really sure. Maybe my Magic Online connection is slipping. Okay, never mind. So we cast Brainstorm. They force the Brainstorm, which is actually a bit annoying. Considering what we're sitting on here, and they can apply a lot of pressure. So we decide to probe them. They drew a wasteland. So yeah, we take the days just to not have to play around it on later turns, past the turn. So now we're not looking too hot. We're at 8. A good thing is they can't both flip the Delver and find another black mana source to apply pressure with both Death Rites. But again, they don't flip. And I guess, again, it's not a black mana source that they drew, so they attack with the lot. We have to draw something now. Turns out we draw the best card in Legacy, and that's named that for a reason, which you're about to see, I think. Alright, for some reason my computer is not happy to do these replays whenever I'm about to cast Brainstorm. Come on, computer. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. So we have Storm 1, so it's a bit of a stretch here. But the question is, with between like all this mana and the second Brainstorm, probably we can find like another, like we can find the sufficient mana, or like yeah, the rituals to build enough Storm. So we put back the useless stuff here. We don't need the discard spell, we don't need the both petals. And so we Brainstorm again. And so that is a little bit awkward. We know that they didn't flip Delver, so we know they don't have days. And Nauseam is obviously off the table. So we decide to ponder here for like a last shot at some rituals, or like a ritual. Pretty much any ritual will be really sweet here. So I guess we can, what happens if we take the petal here? We will have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 mana, 7 after the tutor. I don't think we can really do that unless we plan on a Past in Flames with like blue mana floating, but or maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, maybe we can just build enough Storm. Yeah, never mind. We just natural, like, tutor chain them. And sack the LEDs for black. Get a tutor. Cast the tutor, Storm is 9. Get tendrils. Right, so I forgot that's what happened. So, pretty sweet deal here against Delver, although, like, they would have had us if they'd flipped. At least if they had flipped on the first attempt with the Delver, but yeah, sometimes Delver doesn't flip. So pretty sweet beating Bug Delver again. Yeah, and I'll be back for the final round of this league. Bye-bye.